How's it going, everybody? So if you're new to the channel, my name is Matt. I'm a part-time reseller based out of California. So in this video today, we're going to go over some items that we sold yesterday and then the last 2 days as well. Haven't done one of these videos in 2 or 3 days now, so got a little bit of catching up to do. So we're going to focus on items that sold for $25 or more, and then we're going to sprinkle in some YouTube friend sales in there as well. So let's get right to it. All right, so a couple things here. This video is not to brag about my sales or anything like that. It's hopefully focused on trying to give newer resellers new items to look out for when they're out and about. So that's why I make these videos. And first up, we got to say thank you and happy birthday to Liam. And Liam, I think your mom or dad picked up some envelopes for me. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed your birthday, and thanks for all your support. All right, first up, we sold a ceramic ghost. So this thing here was made in the 70s. It's something that people used to get back in the day. They would get these molds and then they would paint them themselves. This thing here I've sold a couple times now, different little variations of it obviously, but this one I paid $10 for it. Had it listed for $125. I sent out an offer for $89 plus shipping and someone picked it up. The reason I went so low on this thing is because Halloween's pretty much almost over. You know, we're getting to the point to where if we sell something that's Halloween based, that it might not show up by Halloween time. So I wanted to make sure that it sold this year. I'm pretty sure it would have sold year round, but it's nice to just get the sale out of the way right now. So $89 plus shipping, $10 in. All right, next we had this Lakeshore little set sale. This is like an alphabet set where kids can learn how to, you know, do their alphabet. I got this from a garage sale. I paid $4 for it, ended up selling for $40 plus shipping, and yeah, that's about it. It was brand new, never used, so I think that helped the sell a little bit. Next item here is a YouTube friend sale. So this one's going out to Clifford. He got one of those Chihuahua hats that I had a bunch of. So every single one of these have went out to a YouTube friend so far. I guess there's a lot of YouTube friends out there that have Chihuahuas and they want to support their Chihuahuas on their head. So thanks again, Clifford, really do appreciate it, and hopefully enjoy the hat. Next item, we had some spark plugs go out. So these are vintage ones made by Champion. They're the number 25 spark plugs. So these are the ones that work in like the Model T trucks, like the real old Model Ts. I think I sold these for too cheap. They sold super fast. I paid roughly about $5 for them at a garage sale. Sold them for $40 plus shipping. And looking at the history on these now, it looks like they could sell for about $25 a piece. So probably could have got like $100. So that was my bad. Just listed it real quick and didn't look at all the comps. So still pretty good sell for only $5 in. All right, next we had another YouTube friend. This one's going out to Mary. So Mary picked up some little quick cuts. So these things I think are made, you could use these to cut out little things, like if you're work with paper, like for crafting and stuff. So Mary, thank you so much, really do appreciate it, and hopefully you love them. Next item, we sold some flannels. So these are made by Cabela's, really nice flannels. I actually bought these to potentially keep. I thought maybe I could fit into them. They ended up being just a little bit too big for me, so I ended up selling them. Got these for $1 a piece. Had them listed in sets of 2. Someone reached out to me and wanted to buy all of them, so they bought all 8 and they offered me $120 with free shipping. So I went ahead and took that. The shipping on this was a little bit expensive because these shirts, they were really thick, heavy flannels and they were really large size. Ended up costing me like $25 to ship out, so still pretty good money for only $8 in. Next item here, we had some Ziploc. These are zip and steam cooking microwave bags. So I think this might be like some kind of discontinued thing that Ziploc doesn't make anymore. I could be wrong on that, but they sold for pretty good money. There's a lot of 6 here, and I paid 50 cents a piece for them, so $3 into them. Ended up selling for $50 with free shipping. Super light item, only cost me around $4 to ship out. So yeah, not too bad. Just one of those random estate sale things that you go there, you see them brand new, you just look them up real quick, and you're surprised about their value. So that was a pretty good one. Next we had a Hannah Anderson sleeping wear outfit go out. So I got a bunch of this stuff right after Christmas last year. Paid $5 for this set here. Ended up selling for $27 and some change with free shipping. To ship these out, they typically cost me around like $3.50 to ship out. But yeah, something to think about. You know, we got the holidays coming up. After the holidays, there's going to be a lot of clearance stuff online for sure, like Black Friday, Cyber Wednesday, stuff like that. Every year I seem to get into something, like go heavy into something that I see a good deal on. So we'll be looking out for some. It's probably not going to be Hannah Anderson again because I've been talking about it so much this year. But yeah, we'll find something else. There's always deals, you know, around this time of year, or like in a couple months here. All right, next item, we had some Hallmark Christmas ornaments go out. So these are vintage from the 90s. Got this from the same deal where I got those Lakeshore alphabet learning things. This guy, he sold them to me for super cheap. Got a big old box of them. There's probably like 50 of them in the box, and I think I paid maybe like $5 for them, super cheap. Made 3 different lots of them, and this lot here was a lot of 18. Ended up selling for $40 plus shipping, so not too bad. Just took a couple quick photos like of everything all together, put them in a box, and they were pre-boxed, ready to go. So not too bad. Individually, you won't want to pick these up unless you're getting like a bunch, like a bulk like I did, where you could just, you know, sell them all together. All right, next we had some Asics wrestling shoe sale. So I paid $5 for these. They were brand new, still had their box, and they sold for $30 plus shipping. So Asics is a good brand. Wrestling shoes always sell well for me, and yeah, not too bad. They did take a little bit of time to sell. They probably took, it was this garage sale season, so probably 2 or 3 months to sell, so not super quick, but maybe, you know, the pandemic and everything had something to do with that. You know, people aren't really wrestling too much right now. Up next, we had some fishing lures that sold. These are vintage. I got these in a box of you know, fishing gear, and I think I paid $5 for the whole box. Got a lot of great stuff out of that box. A lot of it sold instantly. This stuff here took a little bit longer. Most of them are Zerks, the brand Zerks. So there's 7 of them here. They sold for $30 with free shipping, so not big money there, but no big deal. Next we had a Nintendo DS sale. So this was actually our own Nintendo DS that I bought my wife. I don't know, it had to have been like 10 years or more ago. It was a while ago. She hardly used it, but she used it throughout the years, so she got her money's worth, and we ended up selling it. She was done with it. Sold for $47.99 plus shipping. Up next, I had an audiobook that sold. So this thing here I paid $1 for. I got a bunch of audiobooks at a garage sale, and yeah, just a random run-of-the-mill audiobook that, you know, these things you got to look up every single one to make sure they're worth some money. This one ended up being worth some decent money, so $35 free shipping, and to ship it out they went medium mail, and it cost me $2.80. All right, next item here, we had some Joe Camel vintage short sale. So I got a bunch of these at a garage sale, and like 8 of them. I paid $40 total for everything, so not a lot into these things here, and sold for $27.89 plus shipping. I thought for sure that this thing would have sold super quick. I'd be like sold out already on these things, but obviously they're not as good as I thought they would be, but still not too bad. And yeah, it's all good. All right, next we had a biter-like blanket that sold. So I got like 5 or 6 of these at an estate sale just recently. You guys haven't seen that video yet, but I paid roughly about $10 a piece for them. That's what they were marked. I got them for a little bit cheaper than that, like in a bundle, but still I'm gonna say I have about $10 into it. This one here had a tiger on it. Ended up selling for $74.39 plus shipping. We actually sold another biter-like blanket. Let me find it real quick. I don't see it right this second, but it was like a geometric biter-like blanket. Not as good. Usually the animal print ones, like the ones with photos of animals, do better. But that one sold for $60 plus shipping, so it's still not too bad. All right, next item, we had a Pokemon Game Boy game that sold. So this thing sold super quick. This was an item that I had in my death pile that I just randomly found a couple nights ago. Listed it, and it sold, you know, overnight. Sold for $26 and some change plus shipping, so not too bad at all. Video games, especially Pokemon ones, you know, Pokemon's super hot right now, so I'm not surprised that it sold so fast. All right, next we had a Bopit pen that sold. So this came in a pack of 4 pens that I got from that same deal where I got those Joe Camel shorts. So these pens, they were marked at $5, so I paid probably around $5 for them. But they were actually worth some good money. So we already sold one of them, the Nerf pen, that sold for like $25. My wife kept a Etch-a-Sketcher one. She kept that for a birthday gift. This Bopit one sold for $40, and then the last one, I can't remember what it is. I think it's like a Lincoln Long one or something, or Beyblades. So this little $5 deal is going to end up being pretty good. Anything like Bopit related that's kind of random, I definitely look into, because I've sold, you know, this obviously sold for $40. I sold a little tiny mini Bopit once for like 70 bucks. So when you see random Bopit stuff that isn't like run-of-the-mill stuff, definitely look them up, because there's definitely collectors for that stuff and they're willing to pay some good money for them. All right, next we sold some bobbleheads. So some person came by, he bought a lot of 4 from me and then also a single. So these here, I paid $4 or $3 a piece for them. We have 5 of them here, so 15 in. Altogether, this guy paid $65 plus shipping, so not too bad. Bobbleheads, they typically sell fast for me. But you always want to look them up, because there's bobbleheads that aren't worth anything, and then there's some that are worth, you know, really good money. So when you see them, look them up, and when you find the good ones, they're probably going to sell pretty good, or pretty quick. All right, so that's everything we're going to share today. Hopefully you guys saw something in this video that you could start looking out for when you're out and about at garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales. That's what this video is all about. We're gonna get back to every other day on this channel again. Just been a little bit busy lately, and yeah, really appreciate everybody's support, and we'll see you soon.
I gotta be the first one there, not the last one there. I gotta be the first one there.